Hi there, welcome to my channel Maths SL. I'm speaking Saqib Latif. This is a polynomial cubic equation in front of me. I'm gonna show you how to solve this equation. This time I'm gonna use the long division. In my previous two videos, I showed you by synthetic division and by inspection. This time I'm gonna show you by long division how to solve. Right. So first of all, we need to apply the factor theorem here because the first factor we find through a factor theorem. So factors of 6, we're gonna substitute one by one into f of x, whichever give me result 0, that will be my factor. In my previous video, I'm using the same question. Why? Because that you so that you can see the answer gonna be the same. You can use either method. Right. So f of 1, that is my factor of this one. You can make a little template in your calculator also. That will give me answer equal to 0. So f of 1, so the 1 power 3 minus 2, 1 power 2 minus 5 multiply 1 plus 6, the answer is equal to 0. So therefore x is a liar always. If it's a positive 1, I say negative 1. If it's a negative 1, then I say positive 1. This case, the positive 1. So therefore x is a negative 1. I'm going to write in the short bracket x negative 1 is a factor. Now we find one factor. So the last two factors we need to find, but I'm going to use now long division. So by long division, how to solve, I'm going to show you now. Long division. So this method is also quite interesting method, but it's a little bit time consumed. Have a look here. So now this is also nice method, but is a little bit time consumed. So the x negative 1, this is a divisor now. X negative 1 is a divisor. And the x power 3, this is the cubic equation we have. X power 3 minus 2x power 2 minus 5x plus 6. So I'm going to divide with x negative 1. So have a look here. X power 3. First I'm going to divide with x. So the x power 3 divide by x, the answer going to be x power 2. Because according to the laws of exponents, if you divide, the power must minus. So 3 minus 1 is going to be x power 2. So the x power 2 I'm going to write on top. Now x power 2 I'm going to multiply with this thing. So the answer is x power 2, that I'm going to write on the top. Now, so the x negative 1 is a divisor, and this cubic equation is dividend. And now multiply x power 2 with x negative 1. X power 2 multiply x negative 1. The answer going to be x power 2 multiply x is x power 3. X power 2 multiply negative 1, negative x power 2. So now this one I'm going to write under here. So it's going to be x power 3 minus x power 2. After that, I'm going to subtract. So subtract. So subtract sign is negative. So subtract, positive become negative, negative become positive. Because you're going to subtract. Subtract means you have to minus. So you're going to subtract. So the positive sign become negative, negative sign become positive. So this is x power 3 positive, negative x power 3, they are cancel out. So only left now negative 2x square and positive x square. I'm going to add now. So the answer will be negative x square. Negative 2x square plus x power 2. I'm going to add. The answer is negative x square. Now I bring it down this negative 5x. I'm going to pull down. This one I have to pull down here. So it's going to be a negative 5x. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing what we done in the first place. So the x negative x power 2 divided by x. Negative x power 2 divided by x. The answer is negative x, because when you're dividing the exponents, the power must minus. So the negative x, I'm gonna write it on top. Now negative x gonna multiply with x negative 1. Negative x gonna multiply x negative 1. The answer will be negative x square. Negative and positive is a negative negative become positive x. So I'm gonna write here negative x square plus x. I'm gonna subtract. Negative become positive. Positive become negative. This is cancel. Positive and positive. Negative 5 and negative 1 become negative 6. I add now. Now I bring it down this 6. So the positive 6 I bring it down here. Now exactly I need to do the same thing here. Negative 6x divided by x. Negative 6x divided by x. X and x cancel, only negative 6. So the negative 6 I'm going to write on the top. Now negative 6 multiply x negative 1. The answer going to be a negative 6x. Negative and negative become positive 6. So the negative 6x and positive 6. I have to subtract now. Negative become positive, positive become negative. This is cancel. Negative and positive. Positive and negative also cancel. Only remainder is 0. If you see your remainder is 0, which means this x negative 1 is a factor is true. Now, so we have now second long bracket. By long division we find x square minus x minus 6. You can see uh, all three methods answer is same. That's why I'm using the same equation to show you that either method you're going to use, the answer will be the same. Synthetic division, answer is same. By inspection, answer is same. By long division, answer is same. So now, therefore, x negative 1 and x square minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So we got the long short bracket and the long bracket now. So now we need to solve x here now. So we're going to factorize. If you can't factorize, you're going to use the quadratic formula. In this case, we can factorize. In previous question, same question, we did factorize. So the x negative 1 as is. So we're going to factorize. It's going to be x plus 2 and x negative 3 is equal to 0. So the x going to be equal to 1 or x going to be equal to negative 2 or x going to be equal to positive 3. So this is my final answer. I'll show you now how to do if the leading coefficient is negative. Now I'm going to show you how to factorize if is leading coefficient is negative. Cubic polynomial and the leading coefficient is negative, and I will show you how to solve by long division. So first of all, we're going to use the factor theorem. So this is the same question, previous question. In previous video, we know the we need to uh, factors of 26, and then we need to one by one we need to substitute into f of x. Whichever give me result 0, that will be my factor. So in this case, the 1 is my factor because that give me result 0. You can make a little template in your calculator and you can substitute one by one. So negative 1 power 3 power 3 plus 3 1 power 2 plus 24 multiply 1 minus 26. Answer is 0. So x is a liar. Therefore x negative 1 is a factor. We have to write opposite. If it's a positive, we write negative. If it's negative, we write positive. Is a factor through factor theorem. Now by long division, I'm going to find the second long bracket. So I'm going to use the long division. X negative 1 outside and the inside is going to be a dividend, which is negative x power 3 plus 3x square plus 24x minus 26. Now we need to solve this one. So the first of all, x power 3, negative x power 3 divide by x. So the answer gonna be a negative x power 2. So I'm gonna write on top negative x power 2. Now this negative x power 2 multiply with x negative 1. The answer gonna be negative x power 3. Negative and negative become positive x power 2. So the negative x power 3 plus x power 2 I'm going to write here. Now I'm gonna subtract. Minus become positive, positive become negative. This is cancel out, negative and positive. So I'm gonna add positive 3 and negative 1. The answer is positive 2x square. Now I bring it down, this one positive 24x. Bring it down, positive 24x. So now positive 3x square, negative x square I add, answer is 2x power 2, and I bring it down this positive 24x. Now 2x power 2 divided by x. So answer is x 2x, because x power 2 minus x, answer gonna be a 1, so 2x. So I'm gonna write 2x on top, positive 2x. Now positive 2x multiply with x negative 1. Positive 2x multiply x is 2x power 2, positive 2x power 2. 2x multiply with negative 1, answer gonna be a negative 2x. Negative 2x. Now I'm gonna subtract, positive become negative, negative become positive. This is cancel, positive and negative cancel. Now positive 24 I'm going to add now, and the positive 2x become positive 26x. Now I'm going to pull down that negative 26. So the negative 26 I pull down. So now positive 26, positive 26x minus 26. So I need to divide now. So the positive 26x divide by x. X and x cancel, only left positive 26. So I'm going to write it on top, positive 26. So the positive 26 multiply x negative 1. 26 multiply x is positive 26x. 26 multiply negative 1, negative 26. Now I'm going to subtract, positive become negative, negative become positive. This is cancel, positive and negative. This is also negative and positive cancel, only left 0. So if the remainder is 0, which means x is negative 1 is a factor. Now, so we find the second bracket now by long division. So we got x negative 1, and the second bracket we have negative x square plus 2x plus 26 is equal to 0. This is a long bracket now. Now we're gonna find this is exactly same question. So we're going to use the quadratic formula here, because we cannot factorize. So first of all, this x is equal to positive 1, we find the first x value. The second one, so leading coefficient is negative, so we have to divide by negative 1, so to make it positive. So it's going to be x power 2 minus 2x minus 26 is equal to 0. Now we're going to apply the quadratic formula. X is equal to, this is a negative b, so the negative negative become positive. 2 positive and negative under root, is gonna be a negative 2 square minus 4 multiply 1, negative 26 over 2 multiply 1. I use the one time calculator. The answer gonna be a negative 4 comma 2, or x value is gonna be equal to 6 comma 2. So there we find the 3x intercept. X is equal to positive 1, x equal to negative 4 comma 2, x is equal to 6 comma 2. So this is my final answer. So you can use either method and the answer will be the same. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day.